This video will discuss two literary pieces entitled Convict's Twilight and Requiem by Arturo Rotor and Anna Akhmatova. Convict's Twilight revolves around one thing: freedom. Or more simply, it attempts to identify what it means and what sense it makes to those who aren't free, captivated for the redemption of their wrongdoings. Somewhere between the massive walls and iron gates of Bilibid, the unfenced forest of Davao, lies the real scenario that illustrates the sense of freedom. Twilight, as described in the story, is synonymous with the happiest hour, when all fears and sorrows, all slavery and atonement, are momentarily put to oblivion. The author narrated his life when he was in prison, following the story of a man named Cornelio and his wife's eternal love for each other. On the other hand, the elegy Requiem. One day, a woman asked Anna Akhmatova a rhetorical question: "Can one ever describe this?" She answered, "I can," because she wanted to dignify and acknowledge women's capacity to face their most incredible sorrow and agony and still survive. She wanted the world to know about the pain and anguish people had suffered during the Stalin regime. Requiem is a story about a mother who waited every day for 17 months for his incarcerated son for political opposition against the new communist government. Requiem means a mass for the repose of the souls of the dead. Akhmatova's friends' and relatives' death or imprisonment during the communist purges was an inspiration for the title. The story of the waiting women leads readers to understand that those left behind suffer as much, if not more, than their loved ones. In reality, this poem honors the waiting women. Because of this, the poem is not truly a requiem. Moving on to the similarities and differences. The settings of the stories are prison. It shows the sufferings and grief of a prisoner's family waiting outside the prison. The characters are lethargic. Both stories depicted tragedy, distress, and agony. Both narrators speak of loneliness, isolation, despair, and lack of hope. Death is the only comfort. Characters seek freedom. Both authors wrote the stories in a narrative style. The differences would be the meaning of darkness. And Convict's Twilight emphasizes the perspective of being a prisoner, while Requiem focuses on the view of the people outside prison.